push it right into the middle.
All right, let's talk about ambitious card routine. You know, I'm really enjoying this style of video where I hone in on one particular trick and not delve into the hows, but the whys. Why do I perform certain tricks and why do I not perform others? I spoke about cups and balls, and today we are not talking about cups and balls or sponge balls or anything like that. We're talking about a card trick. A card trick that I did perform for many, many years. And then I quit. And I'm gonna tell you why I quit and why I might be getting back into it. I used to perform signed card routine all the time, like way too much. It was a staple of my repertoire. At one point, it was pretty much the only trick in my repertoire. I went to some gigs and pretty much the only thing I did was signed card routine because I could just go from table to table, have cards signed until the deck got thinner and thinner, and that was my jam. I knew a bunch of the sleights. I'd just jam and mix and match them in whichever way I liked. There was no set routine. I never did one particular thing. I just kind of messed around. I did the sleights, I did the moves, I had a bit of fun, and it worked. You know, the spectators had a good time. At the end, they of course got the signed card as a little souvenir, and the kicker for me was always card to wallet. That was how it finished. I actually think one of the first videos I ever made on this channel was a video literally just of me performing signed card routine, I think to my parents at the time. And you know, it just shows that it's like the foundation of so much that I then went on to learn. Of course, I still use a lot of the sleights and a lot of the moves, but I don't do signed card routine. So why not? The weird thing is I've kind of already given the reason. I used to perform it all the time. Like I said, sometimes it was the only thing I performed, and that is why I quit. Literally just to force myself to do other sorts of card tricks because it got boring. I think the routine can be quite boring. Card is lost in the deck, card comes to the top. Card is lost in the deck, card comes to the top. It's a little bit samey, it's a little bit predictable, it's very repetitive sometimes. If you just do it over and over and over, you can pretty much do it indefinitely. Also, it is very overdone. Like, it is the card trick. When spectators think of card tricks, often they think of the one where you sign it and lose it in the deck. They might not know what it's called, but they know ambitious card routine. Spectators are wise to it. Certainly, spectators who have ever seen a magician at an event before, the chances are they saw ambitious card routine. Like, it's just a given. I was in a restaurant not long ago with my family having Sunday lunch, and there was a magician in the restaurant. And obviously all my family are, you know, begging the magician to come over because they want me to see the magic. And of course, I wanted to see the magic. And the magician, no disrespect to the guy, he was a good magician, but he started with signed card routine. It was just like predictable, it was inevitable. I knew it was coming. As soon as he walked to the table, I thought, the chances he's gonna do ambitious card routine are very, very high. You know, what's the music equivalent? You know, musicians, when there's a musician in a restaurant, there's sort of certain songs that you don't want them to play because you've heard 100 times. You don't want a guitarist to pick up the guitar and go, this is Wonderwall. You know, like it's the Wonderwall of card magic. We've heard it, all right? It's a great song, it's a great trick, but we've heard it. Show us something else that we've never seen before. I know I'm dumbing it down brutally here, and there will be magicians rinsing me in the comments, and fair enough, because I understand that I am oversimplifying it. The kickers certainly differentiate it a lot, and maybe I'm being a bit harsh there, but the midpoint of the routine, where you've got a signed card and you're losing it in the deck, you can't get around that, you know? That's the bit that spectators look at and they go, oh yeah, I've seen this one before. You know, I've had it years ago where spectators have been signing a card and they've gone, oh, you know, we had a magician at Bill and Sandra's wedding and they did this trick. And that is not what you want to hear. We as magicians, we have the ability to do anything, right? To our audience's eyes, we can do anything. We can do the impossible. So why are so many of us choosing to do the same impossible thing? It no longer feels like magic, it feels like we're going through the motions. Like this is, you know, what's the line that Jason Ma uses? He often makes the joke that it's union rules for magicians about various things. And that is what ambitious card routine feels like to me. It feels like union rules. It feels like you have to do it. It's a rite of passage. You've got to go through the motions of ambitious card routine in order to be a magician, you know? And of course, there is a lot of really essential, really, really important sleight of hand that you learn when you learn ambitious card routine. It's crucial. You're learning double lifts, you're learning false shuffles, you're learning so many things, controls and the lot, and that is really, really important. But those sleight of hand moves can be used for so much more than that one trick, and that's what I'm getting at. The sleights, the moves are all absolutely fine, but the trick itself feels samey. Now, I've sat here and I've kind of rinsed ambitious card routine, but I did say that I'm thinking of performing it again, and I totally am. But in order for me to perform it, I kind of need to start again with it. I kind of need to just forget everything I know about ambitious card routine and come up with some really, really juicy original ideas for it. I know there are some fantastic ideas out there already. A visual rising card where you see it go through the deck. Oh, trust me, there are loads of things. If you're looking at it and you're saying, I've never seen that before, everything I've said doesn't apply, because that is clearly a new original take and something that I definitely want to see. And if you've come across any ambitious card routines that are like that, then please send them my way, because I want to fall in love with this trick again, because it is one of the tricks that made me fall in love with magic. The past 5 years for me have been so important in terms of avoiding ambitious card routine, in terms of like sidestepping it. I've come across so much more card magic than I would have done if I'd have just stayed in my comfort zone and stuck with what I'm doing. There's this brilliant diagram about your comfort zone and your learning zone. Ambitious card routine is right slap bang in the middle of that comfort zone. And that is fine. If you love performing it, then keep performing it. I'm not here to tell you to not perform it, I'm just sharing my experience. And my experience for the past 5 years, trying to sidestep ambitious card routine, has been going further and further out of that circle and trying to discover new and beautiful ways of performing card magic. Because, like I say, there is a world of wonder that can be done with a deck of cards. You don't have to have a card selected, a card signed, a card lost in the deck. You don't. And that's an amazing thing. And I think we will end it there. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a very unscripted thoughts on ambitious card routine. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm sure you will. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button down below on your way out, and subscribe if you're new as well. We do anything and everything to do with magic, so if you like magic, this is the channel for you. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.